Hey guys and gals, Undead12335. We're going to be talking today about the internet and video game players versus Joe Rogan. Let me start this off by saying you guys took him completely out of context. Also, I am not a massive Joe Rogan fan, but I do listen to his podcast occasionally. The dude has some pretty cool guests on there. He had Bob Lazar, which if you don't know, that's the guy who pretty much confirmed that UFOs exist and stuff like that. And he also had people like Alex Jones, and Alex Jones was just a riot. That was the funniest freaking thing I've ever heard. I mean, dude's just going off on just tangents like this for no reason. They're putting fluoride in the water and they're turning the frogs gay and stuff like that. It's hilarious. But he talked about video games, and you guys took him out of context, 100% out of context. I am addicted to video games, and even I understood what he meant. Video games, he said, they're fun, but they're a problem. And Joe confirmed, I've heard this from multiple people that are friends of his online, have said that he did play a lot of video games back in the day. He was a massive fan of Doom and Quake. And he said that they're a problem because they're so much fun, and you can play them all day, and you go nowhere. I play them when I get home, and I go nowhere. But here's the thing, I'm a little bit different. I have a very good job. I actually have friends. I have a car. I have all this stuff. So I'm actually a functioning, successful, if you could say this, member of society. So I am addicted to video games, but I'm doing it the right way. I'm also saving money up for a house. So that's nice as well. But what he's talking about is people that play them all day and you really don't do anything. You don't accomplish as much in the real world. Or all these guys that are trying to play video games all day and be a professional gamer. I'm not doing YouTube videos to be a professional YouTuber. I just like to do it to get my thoughts out. When he's talking about people that play video games, though, he said that you could do that all day and just get a giant dopamine dump and an adrenaline rush and all this stuff and this and that. Or you could be out there doing something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which there's a 1 in a million chance it's going to happen, Joe. Be a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitor, and you start moving up. You get your purple belt. And maybe one day you get your black belt. And maybe you own your own studio. It's starting to make you feel good. And he said you can maybe start getting into tournaments and making money. That's awesome and all, but that's a 1 in a million shot. It's not for everybody. People play video games. It's not even because they're addictive. It's because they're fun and they're a time waster and they're usually stress-free. It's a social thing. I play this game because this is where some of my friends are. I game and it's an enjoyment for me. This takes the pain of the day away. When I go home, and I've done this before about politics and games, when I bury my face in the Division 2, the last thing on my mind is how bad of a day I had at work. When I'm talking to friends, it's, hey boys, where we dropping? Where we getting the loot at? Hey, you guys want to go farm the New York Stock Exchange again? Stuff like that. That's what's on my mind. That's what he doesn't understand about it. He did admit that during Sober October, but he basically, the dude smokes a lot of pot. He does a lot of drugs and stuff like that. And he's known to do this. He said he does it. I mean, heck, they've smoked pot on his podcast before. He said during Sober October, he fired up a game like Quake or something like that. And he basically, he was addicted to it. He played it and avoided talking to his wife and all this stuff. I play video games and I still talk to my dad as often as I can. I still talk to family and friends. I'm doing it right. I actually make sure to do it right. But that's what he's talking about, is the people that don't. The people that get addicted, that just bury their face in it and don't do anything else. I work, I save money, I make money, I go home. And I game. That's what I do. I don't go out and party with friends and stuff like that, as I've said before. But what he's talking about, though, is there's so much there, but you don't really get anything real world back from it. And I can agree with him on that 100%. You don't get anything out of a video game unless you're a professional gamer, but that's a 1 in a million shot as well that you'll be a pro gamer. And even those guys don't make as much money as you would think. The average pro gamer probably makes anywhere between 25 to 50K a year, and that's on the low end, which is a decent living for the state that I'm living in. 50,000 is okay here. That's like just below like 8 out of 10 on how much money you can make here if you're a normal employee. But it's just, it got taken completely out of context. As I said, I'm a video game addict, and I can understand what he's saying. You guys need to understand whenever he does say certain things like this too, he's a pothead. He stopped smoking weed, and he sat and was actually playing the game. And, well, it's been confirmed that people that smoke a lot of pot and play video games, it's sort of a... they're known to be a little lazier than others and stuff like that, which, I mean, if you smoke pot and play video games, more power to you. Wish I could do that here. That'd be awesome. But he has an incredible life. The dude's like 50-something. The dude's a very successful mixed martial artist. Dude's got abs at like 50-something. The dude has a literally one of the biggest podcasts in the entire world. Yet he hates on video games. Boo-hoo. I'm going to say this. He had the guy who, I believe was from, God, I think it was id who made Doom. God, it's been so long. He had one of the guys in there, and they were talking about the original Doom. And you could just tell Joe was just not in his element. Because when it comes to anything technological, he's just, oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Jamie, pull that clip up. He's that guy. He doesn't understand video games. So his take on this could have been wrong, and I'm okay with that. You're forgiven. Mainly because he said nothing wrong. He was actually 100% right on this. Video games are a problem. They're the biggest medium in the entire world. And I'm freaking addicted. That's about it. What do you guys think in the comments below, though? Do you think you think that people took him out of context, or do you think that he was absolutely wrong and just parade him through the streets? I think he was fine in saying this. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, Joe Rogan, he means well. Let him go eat his elk meat in peace and leave him alone. Also, if you've never follow the guy on social media, he has really, really fun social media, and check his podcast out. He actually does have some very incredible guests on there. And he's just as good of an interviewer as Howard Stern is, in my opinion. Because they're a little more laid back. They get out the drinks, they break out the weed, they get a little more relaxed and have a good time. So and he didn't go politically correct like Howard Stern did. And that's it for now, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and sub if you want to see more. Also, I hit 200 subs, so I will hopefully be planning another giveaway soon. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. I'll be doing the rules a little bit different for that one because I didn't have as many people enter. That's it for now. Stay safe in these trying times. Don't do anything stupid. Check out Joe Rogan, and I will see y'all later. Peace.